Hey, I'm Kim. Thanks for tuning in for the Mosaic Daily Podcast. To start off, I'm going to read a little part of Proverbs chapter 24. It says, "Do not gloat when your enemy falls. When he stumbles, do not let your heart rejoice, or the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from him. Do not fret because of evil men or be envious of the wicked, for the evil man has no future hope, and the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out. Fear the Lord." Whenever I read this, I always feel a little bit convicted because as a human, even as a Christian, it's really easy to fall into the temptation of comparing myself to other people, of judging other people when they make mistakes, and even sometimes feeling a little bit good inside when I was right about something and someone was wrong. I feel like it's definitely been more of a challenge now that there are so many things going on in our world. There's a lot of different viewpoints. A lot of people are experiencing things differently, and it can be kind of easier now than ever to start turning things into a me versus them, or my view versus their view, I'm right, they're wrong, especially on social media, because you're only getting little snippets and you're not hearing the whole story, and it's easy to disagree with someone when you're not talking to them face to face. So I just want to encourage myself and you that if you're falling into that feeling of wanting to post a comment to prove that you're right and someone else is wrong, to remember the words of Paul, who says, "Be always humble, gentle, and patient. Show your love by being tolerant with one another. Do your best to preserve the unity which the Spirit gives by means of the peace that binds you together." Peter says, "Love one another and be kind and humble with one another. Do not pay back evil with evil or cursing with cursing. Instead, pay back with a blessing, because blessing is what God promised to give you when He called you." So I just want to encourage you, before you start typing away or come up with exactly what you want to say to that person without thinking because you're so frustrated, pause for a second. Pray for yourself, pray for them, ask the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom on whether or not you just need to let it go. Maybe you need to message them privately or set up a phone call or a time to meet in person so that you guys can talk about things a little more and make sure that you're understanding each other before you start to create a situation where it's you versus them or you trying to prove them wrong. Jesus tells us that if we have a problem with our neighbor, we need to meet with them face to face and talk it out. This doesn't mean that we need to tolerate evil or accept every viewpoint, but we do need to act in love, humility, and gentleness. I'm going to go back to the verse that I just read. It says, "Do not fret because of evil men or be envious of the wicked, for the evil man has no future hope, and the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out." We don't need to judge other people or prove them wrong. That's God's job. We need to act out of love and humility for others, because that's how we show the love of Jesus, and that's how people are saved.